Hello again, viewer, and welcome to episode 9 of People's Questions. I would first like to start off by congratulating the winner of last Friday's contest, Smooth Ace. Smooth Ace has already received his $20 gift card, and hopefully he is spending it well. I'm not going to say what the answer is, but if he knows, then perhaps the rest of you don't really need to, because it has a personal meaning. If you guys really would like to know what it is, comment down below, and I'll be sure to answer it in the next episode. And now to get on to your questions. Now, Smooth Ace actually has 2 questions that he wants answered, so let's get started. First one is, which is my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog video game, and who's my favorite character? Now, in terms of game, I think I would definitely say my favorite would be Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis. And in my opinion, that's really the best way to play any Sonic game. I mean, I know that the games have been, transferred over to other consoles that you can play the original game, but I feel like the only real way to play it is on a Genesis. I mean, if you happen to play it on like your Xbox or PlayStation, that's okay, but trust me, it's a much better feeling. And really, it was my favorite because it had the perfect balance of it being fun, but not being too easy to the point where, you could just fly by it. I mean, I would say that it was perfectly balanced. 1 was like really easy. I could beat that like in an hour with like 1 or 2 playthroughs. 2 was definitely a challenge. It'll take me a couple tries, maybe a couple more hours, but it will be challenging. And once I finally beat a certain area or stage, you definitely get a sense of success, just accomplishment. 3 was just absolutely insane. Those guys really cranked it up, so it was just frustrating. So yeah, I gave up once I got to like stage world 3, I think. I forget what it was, but it just got insane. I'm sorry. I don't know. I have not beaten that game to this day. And in terms of favorite character, my favorite character is by far Knuckles. I like Knuckles because, number 1, he looks really cool because he's all red. He kind of has that really sleek look that makes him look like a badass. And I really like the fact that he's really not considered a good or a bad guy. He's kind of considered to be a neutral character. And I prefer neutral characters instead of just all good guys and all bad characters. Simply because it's that feeling of that your character, you're doing what you want to do, not what someone else wants you to do. And 2 other characters who have that personality, which are really cool, and are 2 of my favorite characters, would be like someone like Kratos, who he tends to do. I mean, if you've played, the first, Chain of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, he's kind of doing the god's bidding, but he's doing it for his own personal games. He may not like it, but yeah, and later on, he decides to kill the gods because he wants to. Not because it's the right or the wrong thing to do, because he wants to. And the same thing goes with Scorpion. Scorpion, technically, you could say he serves Quan Chi, but he has his own personal goals, and he's willing to team up or kill whoever he has to get it. And your second question, Smooth Ace, is there anywhere else other than Vegas I would like to live or visit, and what would they be? In terms of visit, I would definitely like to visit the 3 main other places in the world I would definitely like to visit would be Tokyo, Japan, London, England, or Rome, Italy. Definitely one of the 3 places, probably Japan first. I mean, that's home of the PlayStation, so that's that's me. In terms of places I'd like to move, I would like to move wherever my brother is. Doesn't matter where it is. I'm not going to say where he is, but if I don't know, if it's in Miami, Florida, or San Diego, California, or Chicago, I'd be cool to move, because he is by far the coolest person I've ever known. I look up to him in a sense. And for most things, or for all the things I'm not good at, and I guess in a sense he might look up to me on things he's not very good at, but is an absolutely cool person. You guys will see him later this year, probably around August or September, and he's just absolutely a cool guy, and I'm sure he's watching, so Just letting everyone know how cool you are. Next question comes from DigitalMan123, and he had a kind of a long question, so I kind of converted to a shorter version, but he basically wanted to know what were my thoughts and feelings on the situation revolving around the Mass Effect 3 ending. And basically, I'm all for it. This is an example, or like kind of a revolution of gamers taking charge and saying, no, you cannot give us bullshit. We will not accept it. If we are paying for something, you owe us what you promised. And what happened in the ending of Mass Effect 3, if you guys hear jets, I'm really sorry. I know I said in episode 7 there wouldn't be jets, but they've been doing this all day. I've already tried it I tried doing it at 4 a.m. at night. I tried doing it at noon. I tried doing it 2 hours ago, but I'm really sorry about the jets, but I do live less than 5 minutes from a jet runway, so and they tend to practice. So back to the question. Yeah, I think something like this in terms of games should have happened many times before, because there have been many games that, you know, the expectation is high, and when it doesn't reach it, or when gamers are disappointed, they don't call it out. They don't say, no, you need to redo something. They don't do that. They just say, oh well, you know. But I'm really glad that the majority say, BioWare, you cannot give us 16 bullshit endings. We deserve a good ending. Our choices throughout Mass Effects 1, 2, and 3 should have an impact on the ending, and that didn't happen. If you've seen my Mass Effect 3 review, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm definitely part of the whole group. I support it. I think when a DLC comes out, it needs to be free, and it needs to give us a good ending, or an ending that is worthy of the story of BioShock, because not BioShock, of Mass Effect. Why did I think of BioShock? that too is a good game. Yeah, it's just, you know, we deserve a good ending. Bottom line, we deserve it. We paid for it. You owe us that, and you promised us. So, yeah. And the last question of the day comes from one of my good subscribers, and it's from Max Is Really Funny, and he would like to know what inspired me to do YouTube videos. I'll be honest with you. A year ago, if you had told me a year ago that I'd be doing YouTube videos and I'd actually be getting a good number of, you know, views per, at least what I consider a good number of views. Sorry about the wind. I probably would tell you you're crazy, because there's no way I could ever build up the courage. Sorry. There's no way I could build up the courage to get on camera and speak my mind. But really what inspired me is I used to watch, even over the last number of years, I used to always like watching YouTube videos. I always like watching reviews on movies and games and people talking about topics, and they always knew what they were talking about. They always had good things to say. And one day I was like, you know what? I have a voice and I have a good opinion on games and movies, so maybe I should put my voice out there. So yeah, one good reason would be one, to join the group of people, because there's a lot of cool people out there who do voice their opinions, and another reason, I'd actually like to meet some of these people, because all the friends I have here in Vegas are gone. Trust me, not some, not most, all of them are completely gone. I have been in this city by myself with absolutely no one to hang out with for about, it feels like 6 months. It might be a little bit shorter than that, but it feels definitely like 6 months. And it's just boring of only having my house and my job. And if I'm not in one of those two places, I'm usually at the gym. And, you know, I work at like 10 p.m. at night, so I'm always there kind of by myself. So, and lastly would probably I don't want to get partnered with, you know, YouTube or anything. That was never my goal. But just a chance to, I don't know, build up my people skills. Maybe if I grow the courage to talk to people through my vids, maybe I can have the courage to talk to them in person. So basically the main 3 reasons would be make friends, put my voice out there, and I don't know, build up my stage frightness. Because trust me, if you ever meet me in person, once you get me going on a topic, I won't stop. But you know, before I was really shy on the camera. And that, I'm gonna end this episode with those 4 questions. Now, since this is an odd episode, I am going to throw a question out. I want you guys to answer it, and please add more to your questions this time, because I'd really like to hear it. I recently saw a video today against, it was like a little versus thing that I totally disagreed with. So I'm gonna make my own version of it, and you guys tell me just who would win this. Basically, it's a who versus who and why they would win. All right, here's the 2 fighters. Who would win in a fight between Obi-Wan Kenobi from Episode 3 or Darth Vader from Episode 4, A New Hope? Who would win? Comment, send your answer down below and tell me why. Personally, I think Obi-Wan would win every time. If he can own Vader's ass when he was actually a threat, he can own his ass when he's all robotic-y and slow and shit. So, yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna end it with there. If you like this video, please like, comment down below, and subscribe up top to keep track of me. Please keep sending your questions in. If you have any movies or reviews you would like me to do videos on, please put them down below, and I will get them out as soon as I can. And like always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.